Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. I can't believe I'm doing this, but I had somebody watch one of my reviews and mention how Nicolas Cage will act in anything now. He's it's a shame the path that he's taken. And just as that comment was put up on my YouTube channel, I saw that this was released on DirecTV. It's called Between Worlds, starring none other than Nicolas Cage. Now, IMDb has it at a 5.4, and normally I like to read the synopsis and then summarize them to you, but I'm just going to read this one to you because I can't believe I'm actually going to watch this. It's only an hour and a half, so that's good. Joe meets a mother who can contact spirits when suffocating. Her daughter is dying when Joe helps the mother spiritually contact the daughter and save her. Unfortunately, the spirit in the daughter's body is now that of Joe's dead wife. So, I mean, that's not appealing to me at all. But, who knows? It's over 5 on IMDb, but I don't know how many ratings it's got. And I think I owe it to those of you who like to watch these things ahead of time to see if it's any good or not. It was reviewed at 2,979 people. Brought it up to 5.4. So, it's not like 3 or 4 people. I'll get into it and let you know if this is a waste of your time or if it's something maybe might be of interest. So stick around, I'll be back and I'll give you a better idea of what it's really about and not what I just read to you. So I'll be back. Hey everybody, I want to do a quick check-in. We're watching Between Worlds. We're at the 45-minute and 52-second mark. A lot of the synopsis is holding true for the most part, and I'll get into that in a second. Only one other actor I recognize in this, and her name is Franka, Potente, I think is how you pronounce her last name. She was in, what was it, the Bourne movies, Jason Bourne movies. She was the first person in that, and Run Lola Run was another one that she was in prior to that, so that's where I recognize her from. She's in this. She's the girl who can evidently connect with people while she's suffocating. The story goes, he's a truck driver, and she's being strangled in the bathroom at a truck stop, and he stops it because he thinks this guy's trying to hurt her, whereas she's trying to connect with her daughter who's in a coma miles and miles away. So that's kind of how they meet. They become friends. He drives her to the hospital. She slips back under or starts to flatline. And so Nicolas Cage and this woman go out in the hallway. He does it again and strangles her so that she can somehow connect. It's very quick. You don't really learn much about what happens there. But then the daughter wakes up and she's fine. Pretty much, she's still, recuperating. But for the most part, she's out of critical condition or anything like that. They come home. The woman and Nicolas Cage start a little bit of a relationship here. Now he's been hanging out at the house for a while, and the daughter's still getting better, recuperating. However, like the mother and Nicolas Cage are romantically involved, at least the beginning of a relationship. And the girl is somehow also attracted to Nicolas Cage. Now the synopsis has told us that his dead daughter takes over this body, which is really weird if that's what's happening, because that's his daughter now who's trying to hit on him, kind of thing. But that's really where the movie's going. It's not as terrible as I thought it was going to be, but it's nothing great. Nicolas Cage looks really bad in it. I mean, real greasy and just looks bad in it. So we'll see where it goes from here. Right now, there's that small piece of it that makes it really weird if it is his daughter in a new body and she's, so I don't know. There's not a lot more than that's going on. Only 45 minutes in it. There's only like 45 minutes left, so we'll see where it goes from here. I'll keep you updated, but so far, this is definitely one you don't want to pay for. I'm not sure if it's one you don't want to watch yet or not. Nothing too bad right now, but it might get worse or it might get better. Stick around, I'll be back. I'll probably catch you at the credits and give you my final thoughts. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Between Worlds, and first of all, let me just quickly correct. I kept saying this daughter of this girl that Nicolas Cage met is taken over by his daughter, but that's not true. It's taken over by his ex-wife. So that's the whole thing, and it creates a little bit of a love triangle, I guess. So she his wife had died previously with his daughter, and then she takes over. She comes back into the body of an 18-year-old girl, and is still in love with Nicolas Cage. So it's like, you know, I mean, like how awful is that? But you know what I mean. So now Nicolas Cage, you know, has to decide if he believes that that's really his wife inside this 18-year-old body, and you know, his friend that he had just met, and how does he work all that out? That's really the plot of the movie. And you know, at that first 45 minutes, it's like I could see I'm probably on the lower side of 5.4 on IMDb at this point watching the movie. You know, I mean, like, come on, strangling somebody so that they can go into the spiritual world to make changes, and you don't even see what they are. You know, she did it twice in one day. Nicolas Cage did it in a hospital to her after just meeting her. Then, of course, she comes into she allows him to enter into their life as, you know, takes on a stranger, starts living with them, all that kind of stuff, which is really, really bad. And then, like, okay, once I realized, oh, okay, it's his wife in the body and not the daughter, I was like, okay, this I could see where they're going here, and it's not completely terrible. But then all you have to do is continue to watch this film and watch how bad it gets. Now, you know, she wants him to run away with her. Okay, great. Whereas now the mother's starting to realize what's going on, and she would really like her daughter back. And then, I don't want to ruin it for you, but I mean, the ending of this is terrible. I mean, watching Nicolas Cage throughout was tough. You know, I didn't like the way he looked. He really looked rough. Didn't like his role. There was one scene, almost a flash dance scene with water, that I was like, this is unbelievable, but I do believe it was part of a dream sequence. And if you watch this, you'll know what I mean. I was just like, this is horrendous. This is a train wreck. Okay, dream sequence, it's okay. But then you follow it to the end, which you had to. I had to find out, well, what's going to happen? You know, how's this all going to resolve itself? And they throw this one twist at you. And I was like, okay. Meanwhile, as this twist is happening, and throughout the movie, you know, he drinks a lot. Nicolas Cage in this film, his character drinks a lot. He's always has a flask and always drinking and, you know, smoking and all that kind of stuff. Well, you know, at this point in the movie, I mean, not that it's all one day, he is very drunk when this twist happens. And him acting drunk is hard enough to continue to watch. It's almost like this. But then, once that twist happens and then he's got to act this piece out, oh, I mean, it is cringeworthy. It is so, so bad. And right up until the end, oof. It was really hard to watch him act in this. You know, besides the movie on its own, with the plot the way it was at, it was probably, again, around a 4, I was thinking. You know, I was going to make it through it. I knew I would. I'd make it through it. So I was like, alright, you know, let's see what happens. But then when you do, and you're left with that imprint on your mind of his acting at the last, I mean, throughout the whole film, it's bad, but it's not over the top until you see the end of this movie. And I know that's intriguing enough for you to maybe want to watch this movie if you're, you know, if you're hating on Nicolas Cage at this point in his career. You're going to get a kick out of this one, but I would not spend any money on it. I went in with very, very low expectation. I was thinking I was going to talk to you at the end. You know, I had these very low expectations, and they're slightly high. No. This is a very, very bad movie, and a very bad ending with very bad acting. And I'll leave it with this, is the fact that I didn't think this, because like I said, there was over almost 2,700 people who rated this a 5.4. Not possible. I have to believe that there are fake ratings. I've heard this before, that it happens. There's people who do it on, like, for Amazon products and things like that. And I never really thought that they could influence an IMDb rating. They had to. There is no way this is a 5.4, or there's something I really missed. And if there was, let me know. I've been fooled before. I know you guys pointed it out to me in the past. But this one, I'm not being fooled again. This is awful. So, if you did see it, please comment and let me know that I'm not crazy and that I didn't miss anything. But let me know your thoughts. Stay away. If you didn't see it, I'd stay away unless, again, you really want to see that ending and see what happens there. Because it's bad throughout, but then it's just a cherry on the top. So that's it. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully I saved you an hour and a half and a couple of dollars. Go rent something else. And I'll see you next time on Kimmel's Irish Pub.